to the College Card Podcast, where Saturdays are sacred and bets are war. Saturdays coming, the lines are set. Cash that ticket, break a sweat. Ads are crashing, bands are loud. We're calling picks and we're damn proud. The College Card, we're betting hard. Spread 'em wide, let the dogs bark loud. The College Card, no holds barred. Ride that lock and hype the crowd. Underdogs, overplays, late night action, weekday blaze. SEC or Big Ten ball, we bet 'em all, baby, win or fall. The College Card, grab your card. We're rolling deep, tickets falling hard. The College Card, we set the bar for the fans who live for yards and scars. Maneuver down, but we're betting hard. Throw a little down like a garbage call. With College Card, let the dogs barn. The Hall and picks and work them proud. The College Card, we're betting hard. Spread 'em wide, let the dogs bark loud. The College Card, no holds barred. Ride that lock and hype the crowd. Underdogs, overplays, late night action, weekday blaze. SEC or Big Ten ball, we bet 'em all, baby, win or fall. The College Card, grab your card. We're rolling deep, tickets falling hard. The College Card, we set the bar for the fans who live for yards and scars. For the fans who live for yards and scars.
Welcome in to the College Card Podcast presented by Mamas on the Hill. Week 9 of the college slate, episode 7 of the season. Guys, we'll get into last week here in a little bit. Let's go straight into some of the news that happened. Coming off a win, is there anything worse for a college head coach than going into a bye when you know you've been on the hot seat, Billy Napier? You win a game. Maybe you lost it. I don't know. The field goal might have been good. But either way, you get canned the next day. Is there anything worse than that?
I saw a stat. It was either the last 3 seasons or 3 SEC coaches have fired their coach the game after beating Mississippi State.
Well, I mean, Mizzou's been the slayer of coaches. If you look at some of their history of who when they win, they slay. They gave Brett Bielema the pink slip right on the field. Dan Mullen,
What does it mean if you beat the team and they still fire you?
I think that meant that
you were dead before it.
Yeah, the boosters had already paid.
You were a dead man walking.
I'm trying to think who it was. So it was Florida.
You were a skeleton in a coach's gear.
Who else has new coaches? Florida.
Was it maybe the Mississippi State guy before Levy went there 2 years ago?
No, the team that beat Mississippi State fired their coach.
Okay. I was thinking just off of a win.
Florida.
Would it have been Auburn? Did they Brian Harsin?
Yeah. Florida.
Jimbo.
Auburn. Yeah, that's it. And Mississippi and A&M. That's right. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of recent firings that kind of like were known coming.
That is right. I remember that. Yeah. Those 3 teams beat Mississippi State the day after they fired their coach.
So out of the current job openings, we'll go through them. Florida now, Penn State, Arkansas, Oklahoma State, Virginia Tech, UCLA, Stanford. Out of those 7, what's the premier job?
Florida.
Right? It's got to be, right? 1, you have all that talent in your state. 2, it's the SEC. 3, it's Florida and the money, right?
Yeah.
So then out of these 4 potential openings, where would these fall in? Florida State, Wisconsin, Auburn, and LSU.
LSU won.
LSU won. Florida State too.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
LSU 1,
'Cause they
Auburn
got the new
2.
stadium.
Yeah.
They got the
Then I
booster.
would go Florida State. I think Wisconsin would be like the 6th or 7th best job.
So I think I would
Wisconsin's a hockey school.
I'd go basketball. Come on. Didn't you see the Kohl Center? They had like less people than Lindenwood did on Friday night when Lindenwood upset Denver.
No free ads.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
So
boys.
I'd go LSU, Auburn, Florida State. No, I'd go Florida, Penn State, Florida State.
Is Penn State that good of a job? Why do you think it's better? I think Florida State's a better job.
Because you
than Penn
have
State.
some more of you have a little bit more of the blue blood type money from the Pennsylvania people that want the team to be good.
I don't think so. Way
Well,
easier
shit.
to recruit at Florida State.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like I think Penn State because it's got a little bit more of the pedigree. Nobody's been able to do anything at Florida State except for Bobby Bowden. Nobody.
What about Jimbo Fisher?
Yeah,
Won the national championship.
What for like he had like a 3-year run there. That's about it though. It was just with Jameis. He didn't do anything before really. And then obviously he couldn't do
National
much at
title's pretty
Texas
good,
A&M. Yeah,
Can't forget about a title.
I get that. But I don't know. I think Wisconsin. The question I was gonna ask is it Arkansas or Wisconsin? Which one goes first?
Arkansas. Wisconsin's like bottom mid at Big Ten.
Not that long ago though. It was a good school. It was
Yeah,
a
that's what I like.
big football school.
Beal
What was
on
our
the
running
right
back?
I guess that's your answer. Beal on the left, Wisconsin for Arkansas.
There you go.
So I guess that's your answer.
What was that running back from?
Monte Ball, St. Louis,
Monty
Missouri.
Ball.
Timberland.
Ball.
Monty Ball.
Timberland.
That's right.
I don't know.
Monty
Monte
play
Ball.
ball.
This game just comes easy to me.
Wow.
Ball.
So let's get into our Numb Nuts. Mainly because I just want to kind of get this out there before we get into our recaps because it kind of plays into it. So our Numb Nut. Tyler, who is your Numb Nut this week?
It's not obvious. Brian Kelly, Numb Nuts.
Is it Brian Kelly? Is it Blake
Rumors.
Baker?
No, not Blake Baker. Not his fault.
Not his fault. How you gave up?
What's his? Yeah, he
How
gave up
many yards?
31 points. Yeah,
How many yards to Diego Pavia and the Vanderbilt?
missing their starting D tackle, missing their starting linebacker.
Oh, here we go.
No,
Illinois excuses.
Brian Kelly. I heard rumors goes on vacation during bye week. Not taking it seriously. Now he's on the hot seat.
Brian
He's about to
Kelly.
get $50 million.
Those rumors is so dumb. That is
It's
not
one
no.
true.
Twitter account from some mom's basement, and then
No.
everybody runs with it.
That's
corroborated
not
sources,
true, man.
Corroborated sources.
So you
There's-
know how I really think the LSU job becomes open?
whenever they lose these next 3 weeks,
Oh, Brian Kelly leaves for Penn State. Get me
Please.
out of this hot seat.
take him. I'll pay him to take him.
Okay, so Brian Kelly, Adam, your Numb Nut.
It was kind of tough this week,
Wait.
but
Kyle Leslie. Can Kyle Leslie be on my Numb Nuts list?
Sure.
Yeah. That guy's on my Numb Nuts. Sitting at the lake.
Colt Kyle
Everyone's
for
having-
everybody that remembers. Colt Kyle.
Yeah, Colt Kyle. Sitting at the lake. Everyone's rooting for LSU, getting riling behind my back. Everyone's rooting for Michigan behind Adam's back. Kyle's fucking sleeping on the couch,
Oh, I
not
thought you were
paying
going to say he
attention,
was placing bets against you guys.
not locked in.
Oh, what do you expect?
No.
It's Kyle.
Colt Kyle, Numb Nut.
All right, Adam.
yeah, Kyle was not in Tyler's hole, as he likes to say.
No.
My Numb Nuts actually is going to be related to Kyle, and my Numb Nuts is the Alabama game. We're sitting there at the bar, and I'm like, man, my total's got to be getting close, but the game's getting over.
Dogs
But I
are
was like,
barking.
hey, if we can get this, punch this in at the last second, we could backdoor this over, and we're in. Sure enough, run right at the goal line. Guy dives, touchdown. What does the ref do? Calls it short. Okay, well, fans start running on the field. The players are running on the field. No, the game's
band's
not
running on the
over.
field.
The game's not over. Ref needs to review this. We got an over to hit. What happens? Ref runs off the field. Game over. Under. I lose again. Alabama overs. Lose again.
Yep.
I'm sick of it.
All
So
right.
maybe I'm a numb nut for
I'm
taking it
tired of
again.
this shit, Grandpa. That's too damn bad.
But yes, my apologies. Alabama
Man, that movie.
over. Misses again.
All right, so my Numbnut, I got a little thing to play for you guys. Here we go.
I got bad news for the books this week. I am seeing the board.
I called it right away. I said, Tyler, don't tempt the gambling gods with saying something like that. And he did, and he went on to be 4-10 on the day.
That's fucked up.
Hey,
That's what you get for coming at me last week.
hey, if I didn't call it right away and you said, I'm seeing the board, and I said, don't tempt them. Don't tempt them.
All right, I'll get him back this week. I'm not. You think I'm scared?
No, didn't say that. But you were 0-4 in your money line bets. Northwestern to lose to Purdue, missed 19-0. Vanderbilt to lose to LSU, miss. Duke to take down Georgia Tech, miss. Old Dominion to win outright against James Madison, and that thing was like a 60-point loss.
Sometimes you're seeing it, sometimes you're not.
Seeing it with the drunk goggles on.
Maybe, you know what the issue was? I had to go Saturday night college football, get taken to a fucking pizza bar with 60 TVs. And 58 of them were on the Blues game, which is fine. I don't mind that. And 2 of them were on Mizzou game.
I thought you'd be more complaining about the parents and the kids. There's like CYC soccer night there.
Yeah.
Well,
Got
you know,
cleats
all got-
clacking.
we all got off
These are
to a
trending.
roaring start on Friday night. Every single one of us, Miami minus 13.5.
I knew it. Yeah, I knew it was dead.
Adam
my
then
lock.
doubled down on his lock. Miami over team total 31.5.
yeah.
Dud. There goes the parlay, and we're not even a day into it.
Wouldn't have mattered.
And then the 11 o'clock kick or whatever it was, Purdue +3, dud for Tyler on his lock.
Son of a bitch.
Me and Tyler both had South Carolina +15 or +5.5 at home. Goose egged.
Can't score.
Yeah. I missed one because all of a sudden Cal decided to let Bill Belichick and UNC come back on Friday night. I missed that Cal minus 8.5. Texas Tech, I've been riding them all year. Missed that one. Adam hit it, took the Arizona State, and he took the under 29.5. I think he was just doing that out of spite at the time, and he got lucky.
No. Me get lucky?
The Holy War, Adam was the only one on the right side of that with BYU +3.5 plus the money line. He had Georgia Tech on the money line. Oregon hammered Rutgers. Did anybody see that?
No.
600
nobody's
something
watching
yards
that.
of no, I'm talking about just
They're
the
good.
stats. 600 and something yards, 400 something yards of rushing for Oregon.
Cool uniforms this week. Grateful Dead.
Yeah. Shout out to all the Grateful Dead fans. out
Hammer
there.
them again. They're in a spot right now that they have to run up the score because they don't have a good win because Penn State couldn't play football correctly the rest of the year.
Maybe look to
And
that game later.
they got Wisconsin coming to town. Wisconsin hasn't scored in 2 weeks at home. Now they go on the road to Eugene. See how that one goes. I was very
32.5.
very hesitant on my lock. Didn't really like anything, so I just faded Oklahoma State. Took Cincy minus 21.5. They won by like 30. The other one that I was thinking about was Oregon at Rutgers.
What about a
They
root
killed
beer?
them. Hey, a root beer's a root beer, right?
Can't see it.
But let's get into some of the summary. So last week, Tyler 4-10 minus. Jesus,
Come on, man.
lay off the darts, bud.
Sorry to all
4
the
and
listeners'
10.
ears.
4-10 on the week, minus 728. Puts him at 64 or 66, 64 and 5, 48.89%. Adam, 10-7, but because he hit 2 underdog bets on the money line, made $292. 62.59 and 2 on the season, 50.41%. I went 12-11. I lost $10. Fucking juice. I swear.
Sounds like
to
good math
God.
to me. I wouldn't.
And
Wouldn't
then
worry
that
about a
puts me
thing.
at 77, 94 and 2, 44.51%. I got to pick it up a little bit more.
Yeah, you got to pick it up.
On the season, Tyler is 47.5% against the spread, 60.9% when it comes to total points in a game. And he's 36% on outright money line plays. Adam, 4-6, which is 40% on outright money line plays. 50.9% on points plays. 51.6% when it comes to against the spread. I'm 44.5% against the spread, 44.3% against points, and I'm 50% on money line dog plays. That gives us a podcast total of 47.3% against the spread, 49.3% against total points, and 40.8% when it comes to money line plays.
All right.
So
we got some work to do, boys.
we're not making anybody money right now. We'll see if we can turn it around this week. We'll start with the big noon kickoff in Bloomington, Indiana on Fox, 11 a.m. Indiana minus 25.5, taking on the UCLA Bruins and Draco Malfoy. Over under 54.5. If anybody's curious if Draco can strike again, money line plus 1,600 for UCLA. I do have one question about this. How come everything you see from UCLA is Jerry giving all the post-game speeches? He not the interim head coach. He's the offensive coordinator.
Coach doesn't like the attention
spotlight.
But still, like, I guess do they have him talk just so they can post something and do the water thing? Like, does the coach just not talk at all? That's what I was curious. Like, does the head coach just not talk at all after the game?
Yeah. He goes and does the press, and then Draco does the post-game in the locker room.
But yeah, Draco Malfoy. So, Tyler, what do you got?
Coach Signetti said he's playing an undefeated team this week. Did you guys see that?
No.
He said this team's 3-0. No. He said UCLA's 3-0.
Yeah.
Indiana's going to have the boys ready to roll. Give me Sigs out, minus 25.5.
Ooh.
I think UCLA is a little bit too heavy on the price to beat a bad Penn State team. So I like them. I think that's propping them up a little bit more than what they should be. So yeah, they played better, but this is a tall task here, buddy boy. Tall task.
Adam.
Yeah, I think Indiana's an easy win. I don't know. I just don't know about the numbers, so I'm going to go with the over. Mendoza, real deal.
No shit, they're an easy win. They're 25-point favorites.
Hey, 24
you don't know about the number?
Penn State. 24.5 was Penn State.
What's your record? Mute him. Yes, it is going to be an easy win. Can you finish? I said I didn't know if they would cover.
But I didn't know about the number.
They might win by 24.
No shit.
They might win by 24. Easy
no,
win.
No, that's what
they
you
don't
said.
cover.
You said, yeah,
an easy win.
It's an easy win. But I don't know about the number.
I don't know about the number.
Should be. All right, whatever.
Is this guy hammered or what?
He did say he went to happy hour.
I don't know if he's going to if they're going to cover. They could win by 24. They could win by 23, 21. It's a huge, easy win. Get this guy off the pod. I'm sick of him.
You just have the over.
Indiana. I'm taking the over. Mendoza. I can't even finish my thought, man. This guy's a joke.
Mendoza,
good quarterback. The guy to the left of me.
Could have been at Missouri.
Not a good quarterback.
Could have been
I
at
can't
Missouri.
even throw the ball to the fucking cutoff man. Interrupting me. Went 4-10 this weekend. He's interrupting me about my thought process. If they win by 24 points, I hope.
Exactly 24 points. I
hope they do.
Yeah, I bet you can find a line on DraftKings.
I hope they win by 25.
Is that the new DraftKings gear you got on?
No, don't talk to me.
All right, well, I got some numbers.
And it's a long travel. Early morning for the Bruins.
Yeah, early. Well, yeah, that should make it even more of a win for you. Easy win for you.
In Indiana, Last 10 home games, they're 7-3 against the spread. They're 7-3
Easy win.
towards the over in those last 10. Last 10 games as a favorite, they're 6-4 against the spread. 6-4 towards the over in the game.
So you're taking the over.
UCLA, the last 10 times they've been dogs, 6-4 against the spread, 5-5 when it comes to the over. UCLA, the last 10 away games, 7-3 against the spread, 4-6 when it comes to the over. So more towards that under on that one. That being said, 25.5 is a lot of points. Give me Draco Malfoy to keep it close. Closer than the experts think, as Lee Corso used to say. 18-point win, maybe.
One not sitting next
So
to us,
give me them plus 25.5 because I don't think. Now, granted, I say this: Indiana did beat Illinois by 50. I don't think the over hits in the game without it being closer than a 25-point game. So give me the
Sounds
over.
like a lot
and
of my
give me-
logic.
Give me plus 25.5 for UCLA and Draco Malfoy.
Trout, will you please add Indiana over 38.5 team total for me, please?
Great.
Because
38
the over is not going to hit unless they score
38
more
and a
than
half.
40 points. 38.5, yep, minus
All right.
125.
How does 40-10 sound to you?
Not good. Okay, we're going to move on. We're going to head to another Memorial Stadium. This one's in Norman, Oklahoma. 11 a.m. kick on ABC as the Lane train runs into there, getting 4.5 points with the Rebels against the Sooners. Over-unders also 54.5. Adam.
Yes. Do you want to say something?
My phone fell off my fruit bowl.
Wow. Apologize to the fruit bowl. Anyways, 4.5, I would assume that it would be more if John Mateer's still hurt or seriously banged up. So that number seems a little ratty to me. I'm going to avoid the number. I'm going to take the under. And maybe a future play if I hear better news on John Mateer. Look to Oklahoma to win this game, but more to come. Check the Twitter page.
Oklahoma favored by 4.5.
Yep. Yeah.
Crazy.
Tyler.
I'm taking Ole Miss plus the 4.5 and the money line. Little concerned about Ole Miss's defense, but luckily they're running into a Oklahoma offense that stinks, and John Mateer is not healthy. I think that's pretty obvious. And one thing I am confident about is that Lane Kiffin can score against good defenses. So give me Ole Miss the plus the 4.5, and then sprinkle a little money line Z on it.
Ole Miss plus 4.5 and the money line.
Yep.
Okay, that money line is plus 180.
I'm due for a money line hit.
What's a sprinkle mean
Sprinkle,
in this situation?
Sprinkle.
I feel like we only do full units around here.
We do.
Yeah, this is a 4-unit play for me.
I wish we should have started talking stuff. We should have started doing stuff like that.
Always next year.
Yeah, I guess so. For me, Ole Miss is 0-1 in the history against Oklahoma since they've been tracking spreads last year. It was plus 19 for Oklahoma, and Ole Miss didn't cover it.
What was that?
They've only played one time since Vegas has really tracked records.
Oh.
So
Dogs barking, you hear that?
Yeah, the dogs are barking. Underdogs. So
If that's not a sign, I don't know what is.
the score was 26-14 Ole Miss last year in the Grove. This season, Ole Miss is 0-2 against the spread. They're 2-0 towards the over. But I don't know. Lane Train, we always think that, we said it, you said it last week, Lane Train, we always think that he's going over. They always go over, they always go over, they always go over. That's only blowouts against the nobodies. If you look at
Last week went over though.
it, yeah, that was because all of a sudden they decided neither defense wanted to stop anybody.
That was crazy.
They are 5-5 in their last 10 away games, and 5-5 in their last 10 as dogs towards the over and unders. And then Oklahoma is where it gets interesting. The last 10 home games for Oklahoma, 2 overs, 8 unders. The last 10 times they've been the favorite, 3 overs, 7 unders. So, I don't know why there should be
Somebody's
any.
taking a shit.
Yeah.
Now,
It's probably the Sooners offense with Brett Venables. I don't know why anybody would think that the over would hit in this game because of the history. So that is exactly why I'm taking the over. It doesn't make sense. This is going to be somehow it's going to be a shootout. I'll take the over 54.5. And I might add in LSU plus 4.5 later. We'll see. Or not
LSU.
LSU, sorry. Ole Miss plus. I was looking at your hat. I might add in
Good hat.
Ole Miss plus 4.5 later. I'll still think about
Corduroy.
it. Kind of depends, but we'll see. All right.
See the corduroy?
Yeah, I do. We're gonna move on. The undefeated Cougs of BYU, the 11th ranked team in the country, travels to Ames, Iowa, 2:30 Fox to take on the Cyclones of Iowa State. BYU getting 3 points on the road, over under 48.5. Tyler.
This is a classic, undefeated team, underdog on the road, just coming off a big win. They're going to lose, blow up the Big 12. I'm going Iowa State, -3. Classic spot here that always happens in the Big 12. And I don't think BYU is that good, so Iowa State, -3.
Adam.
Wish I would have got to go first because that's what I was going to say. And since I'm my new rival on the show is this guy, I'm going to take BYU. Undefeated, fired up, ready to prove. Another big win. The line that doesn't make sense is sometimes still a good line. BYU plus the points.
Sometimes the
spite.
line
That's a spite
doesn't
pick.
make. What's the Flames doing right now?
All right. So, anyways,
Tied
back
up.
to kind of where with these new
You're welcome.
conference things, we got some new games that have now been.
Sometimes the line that doesn't make sense makes sense.
Okay.
Sometimes the line that doesn't make sense. Sometimes the
Makes
limit
sense.
does not
Maybe if
exist.
we say it one more time, it'll make sense.
Sometimes the line that doesn't make sense makes sense.
Makes sense.
But, anyways,
Sometimes
The line that doesn't make sense.
makes sense.
Put that on a shirt.
the only time they've met in the
Sometimes.
against the spread era was last year
Why are you doing these
Iowa
against the spread
State-
error things now? Why are you on this thing?
because they only have one
History
time.
Channel, man. History
No, it's because
Channel.
when we get to some of these other ones with Michigan and Missouri and Texas A&M, there's been actually 10 years of history of these. These
History
last
Channel.
2 teams, they've only been in the conference together one time. So if they've played in the 70s, they're not talking about that. They've only played one time since Vegas was really heavily involved. Iowa State covered 7.5 on the road at BYU last year. Plain and simple.
I just don't
Hey,
understand.
But
go back. I'm gonna have to buy a hook on mine. For all the kids out there, buy your hook.
all right, 130. All right, Adam. You're moving yours to 3.5 at 130.
Yeah,
Get back.
All right.
that's
So
perfect.
BYU
Buy your hooks,
plus
kid.
plus 3.5 at -130.
Let's go.
And for everybody who can hear, Tyler is taking his dogs out. He forgot to mute himself, but it's all right. We're just going to play through it. Like I was saying, I don't know. Illinois or Iowa State did cover the one time last year. I don't know.
Can we mute this guy?
Tyler brought up the fact. I know he's not even here.
This is the RA Drunk Podcast. Like
Yeah.
tickets.
Iowa State has covered the only time they've played with the spread. So, I don't know why. Just give me the under 48.5. Tyler said these are games in the Big 12 that usually flip. They used to always be games that would be massively scored games too. I just don't think BYU and Iowa State really have the greatest offenses to cover the over for whatever reason. So give me the under 48.5.
Good pick.
Good pick.
We're moving on to college game day. The Vanderbilt Commodores, everybody's love in America right now. Diego Pavia at First State Bank Field, ESPN 2:30. They're playing some no-name school. Vanderbilt -2.5 at home, over under 52.5. And like Eli Drinkwitz said, we're just the sideshow to this weekend. So Missouri's just an afterthought. Tyler, what do you got?
Well, this is the first time in Mizzou versus Vandy head-to-head history while game day's there and the spreads have been out.
Okay.
History Channel.
You're missing the point of what was being said.
Anyway,
Couldn't hear you because he was too busy coughing.
This is the first time. Game day. It's a big game, right? Vandy's for real. This team's good. I'm just really still concerned about Mizzou, the back end of Mizzou's defense. And I think Vandy, Diego Pavia showed what he could do last week on not only on his feet but also throwing the football. So I'm going to take Vandy to cover the 2.5. Can't get away from Vandy right now. They're a fucking freight train. They should have beat Bama. They didn't fumble in the red zone 22 times.
And cover the over.
Adam.
Yeah, Vandy. Vandy's going to win. You know why? Mizzou's got a kicking problem, and you got a spread at 2.5. That means it's going to come down to a kick, and the kid's not going to make it. Vandy, 2.5.
You missed
and the over.
You missed 2 field goals on the season. You got a kicking problem?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
I've been hearing reports
sources.
at practice. Yeah.
Okay.
Inside sources. Guy boots on the ground.
Whatever.
Doesn't when your guy drop kicks the ball. I would call that a
That was
kicking
only
problem.
one game. And Drink already just told you why. Because South Carolina has a lot of good special teams, and he felt that they could control where the ball was going a lot more off the drop kick.
Sounds like a kicking problem. Just kick the ball deep.
It's a different guy.
It's
a different guy. All right. So I love the fact that Drink is playing into this. We're just the sideshow piece here. I love the fact that Vanderbilt's have something going on that hasn't ever happened there. It's a Monday, and Diego Pavia is being followed around shirtless in a field by these cameras from game day. Soak it up, bud, because it's over after this week. Tigers plus 2.5, over 52.5. And give me rip 'em up, tear 'em up Tigers to move to 7-1. Yeah. Mizzou, big. Diego is, and I don't care if it's necessarily not even a flagged play or if it is a flagged play. Expect Diego to get clocked by either Damon Wilson or Zion Young. And
how about Zion Young at the coin flip?
Oh my God! Talk about calling your shot, and then they go out. So he makes the sounds that he makes. He says what he says. 1 sack, 1 forced that led to a throw, and then a absolute manhandling of the right tackle or left tackle to stop the run on that 3rd down before the 4th down on overtime.
We don't wish injury on anybody on this podcast.
Nope.
We do not.
Did I say injury? I didn't say anything about injured.
You said rip them up, tear them up.
That's their slogan. Rip them up, tear them up, Tigers.
That was a lot more than that.
Yaru
It sounded
Tigers.
a lot like you're wishing injury.
No,
upon
I just said
Pavia.
that they're gonna pop him a couple times, and then Diego's gonna be afraid to move so much in the pocket.
We'll see what the listeners say.
Just watch. They're gonna get to him a couple times, and then Diego's gonna get a little hothead-ish, just like he did with the fan in Alabama, and not be able to perform.
Huh. Interesting.
Performance issues.
Yeah.
Injuries and performance issues.
Never once said anything about injuring the guy. Just said give him a little extra pop here and there.
Pop. All right. Biggest game of the week.
Moving on. Big brother, little brother in East Lansing. 25th ranked Wolverines head into Sparty land. Minus 14 on the road for Michigan. 47.5 over under. Adam, let me guess. Do you want to buy the hook, or are you just keeping it at 14?
Keeping it. Don't need the hook. The kids, you don't need the hook on this game. Bryce had his best game of the year. The offense is starting to come into play here. They're starting to look like the team they should be. Sparty, we talked about a skeleton in a football uniform. That's what Sparty is right now. This game is going to get ugly early. Running game is going to get going again. Underwood's going to have a great game. Blow out Michigan. Sparty's done.
Tyler.
Yeah, see, I think everyone's thinking that. Everyone's zigging. And I'm going to zag. Everyone saw Michigan play better last week. Everyone saw Michigan State's been struggling the last few weeks. Coach is on the hot seat. Give me Sparty at home. Biggest game of the year. They come out, put up a strong effort. Keep this one close. Sparty plus 14.
All right. Michigan State 0-4 against the spread at home this season.
Back in 1764.
No. Michigan State 0-4 at home this season against the spread. So, I don't know. Give me Spartan plus 14.5 at minus 121, and give me the under 47.5. It's close because Michigan can't score. They pick a day they can't score. They score about 17 points. It's a Saturday night game. Give me the night dog at home on a Saturday night on NBC.
NBC.
All right. And then the big one.
The granddaddy of them not.
Down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The Aggies, the third-ranked Aggies in all the land, come on into Tiger Stadium and take on LSU in maybe Brian Kelly's final game as an LSU Tiger. Minus 2.5, Texas A&M. Over under 48.5. Tyler, do you want to start since it's your squad? Do you want to go last because it's your squad?
I'll start.
Go ahead.
This is about as easy to get. Whit Weeks. Whit Weeks was ruled doubtful today in the initial injury report. Since Whit Weeks has been on campus, the Tigers are 0-5 when he either doesn't start or doesn't play. That's happening this week. LSU, they can't score. Offense is shit. They can't run the ball. Texas A&M's defensive front is nasty. Highest pressure rate in the whole country. LSU's starting left tackle is also out in this game.
Makes no sense.
Give me A&M big.
Makes no sense.
I'll take A&M minus 2.5. I'll take A&M alternate line minus 10. Give them both to me.
You sure? You want the A&M minus 10?
9.5, 10, whatever. I don't care. It's going to be a blowout. They're going to be booing at Tiger Stadium. It's supposed to rain. It's going to be ugly. They're going to be booing at halftime. Half the stadium's going to be empty. It's not going to matter. A&M's a better team.
Adam.
That was pretty convincing, I'm not going to lie.
So
what was my line from earlier?
Minus 9.5.
What's my line?
But minus 9.5 is plus 227.
Yeah.
Or do you want 10.5 at plus 271?
Minus 9.5.
Okay.
What was my line from earlier in the pod?
I don't know. Some lines don't make sense.
Sometimes when the lines don't make sense, they make sense.
They make sense.
Tyler's just doing some emotional risk management right now. That's all he's doing.
No, I'm telling
And that's
you,
why I just
they're
feel like
losing.
this line is super ratty. 2.5 with their hurt quarterback, an offense that can't score. Their best defender is sitting on the sideline. Why are they only 2.5
barking.
point dogs? I don't
Underdogs
know.
at home on a Saturday night.
And I, like Tyler said, that rain, the fucking coach is on the hot seat. I don't know where to go, so I'm going to stay away from the spread. I'm going to go to the total. I'm going to
Take the
plan on
under.
bad weather, and I'm going to take the under, 48.5. Quarterback
Okay.
can't throw. Hoping for a grudge match. Keep it close,
Brian
48.5
Kelly,
under.
25-1 at night in Death Valley.
No, he's not.
Yep.
No, he's not.
What is he?
But they can't win a. Actually, can I also have the opposite? I want LSU coin flip. I think they finally break the record.
They've lost 12 in a row. 12 coin flips in a row. Not kidding.
12-1.
Well, they're not calling
LSU
it,
this
so.
week on the coin flip. Put that down on my card, please.
Yeah,
LSU
hold
coin
on.
flip.
So, I'll get to your stat, Tyler, because I got a nice notebook that has a lot of stats for this one.
Okay, we're showing up.
This is the first time in Death Valley history where it's rained and LSU and A&M have played each other, and there's
When-
spreads involved.
34, the
When
fifth
was the
time that they
last time
play.
LSU lost a night game at home?
Last year against Alabama.
Okay, yeah.
And
November
before
9th.
that,
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. And what was it before that?
Probably another time against Alabama.
When? You are correct.
Probably
1943.
no. At Orgeron's last year,
It was
2021.
almost 12 years to the date. November 3rd, 2012 was the last time before the last year that they lost at home on a Saturday night.
That ain't
Telling you,
right.
I looked it up. I went through their schedules. This is not just asking. This is me going through. That snapped a 22-game home winning streak when they lost to Alabama that year. Brian Kelly's 20-1 at night at
That's
LSU.
ridiculous. Dogs barking at my house again.
LSU since 2000, so the past 25 years, 116-15 at night. So, that being said, A&M's 0-4 against the spread at Tiger Stadium. Give me LSU. Give me Brian Kelly to save his job. Give me LSU plus 2.5. Give me LSU on the money line plus 120. In a game that doesn't make sense with all these injuries, this is when LSU, their defense takes over, and they win a game of the century 9-3. 9-6. Something like one of those games back in the day against Alabama when it was 12 points on field goals.
Yeesh. Good thing I'm on the under.
I'm just saying that's the type of game that they win here. That they have nobody on offense, so their defense comes up. Blake Baker figures it out. A&M can't really do a whole lot. They had one game where they really scored. It was against Notre Dame.
Arkansas
Oh, it's also Arkansas. It doesn't count.
scored
either,
45
so
points last week.
Okay. Every other game, how have they done? Under 20-ish. Right? Like
Yeah.
they haven't been great offensively.
It's going to be close. It's not going to be as close as the experts think.
The other way. So give me LSU plus 2.5. Give me LSU on the money line. Okay, we're gonna move on. Mama's Combo Parlay, the locks of the week. Tyler, your lock is
My lock is Minnesota plus 8.5 playing the Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa does not deserve to be favored by that much over anyone. They almost lost to they should have lost to Penn State last week, who has a backup quarterback, whose coach quit, whose coach got fired. Minnesota plus 8.5 was on them last week. Love them even more this week. Talk about that easy winner on a Friday night I gave out. No one's talking about that though. They only talk about my 10 losses.
Yeah, I was on that game.
You're welcome.
I was a rider.
All right. I was on the under of that game. So, Adam, your lock.
Lock, I'm going to go back to it.
No.
I'm not going to take the over this time. But at one of these times, I'm going to hit one of these. Alabama, minus 12.5. My lock. Best
feels like a
quarterback
game
going
that-
right now.
This feels like a game that Alabama
No.
just loses.
No.
Everyone's riding them right now.
No, you got to ride them when they're hot. South Carolina is horrible.
That's what I'm saying. This is feels like a classic.
No.
Hey, I'm
This
in
is
the
a game
fox.
they run up.
I'm in the foxhole on that one because I got a minus 12 also on my card. It's not my lock, but I'm in on that one.
Bama's
I
going
mean,
to
we literally just watched Oklahoma, a team that can't hardly move the ball and has a defensive head coach, beat them 21-7.
Dogs barking.
My lock. I've been riding this team all season. I didn't like the fact that I dumbly put them in our normal stuff last week, but it didn't matter anyways. So then I faded this other team that they play. So Texas Tech at home against Oklahoma State, 38.5. They're covering that easy.
That's a lot of
One,
fun.
because Oklahoma State sucks, and two, because
Stinks.
Texas Tech now knows they got to run it up even more after they lost to Arizona State last week. Another one that you could look at, Wisconsin hasn't scored in 2 straight weeks at home. They head to Eugene to take on Dan Lanning, and Dan Lanning loves nothing more than running it up when he needs to. They are minus 33.5. Oregon is going to cover that. And then
Grateful Dead.
Virginia minus 10.5 at UNC and Chapel Hill. Those are the three that I really like. But my lock, Texas Tech, minus 38.5. So you got Adam's lock of Alabama minus 12 at South Carolina. Tyler's lock of Minnesota plus 8.5 at Iowa. My lock of Texas Tech minus 38.5 at home against Oklahoma State. $100 bet pays $600.
And then money.
So that is where we're at. Any other bets you guys got? I got my whole card ready to go if I need to rattle it
I
off.
just got one more play so far. One more play. This is
What
my
is it?
6-star. This is my 6-star. Should have been on my lock, but what just came up short. Arkansas money line. I think it might be
Arkansas
-1 now,
money
but I bet them when it was money line earlier this week.
I'm also on that game, just not on that type of side. I got the under 57.5 in that game. Reason being, Jackson Arnold and Auburn suck offensively. Arkansas has got a decent offense.
Worst
Auburn
defense
has
in
a
the league.
Auburn has a good defense. So it's going to be bad defense versus bad offense, good offense versus good defense. I think good defense takes down the good offense, and I think the bad defense takes down the bad offense, and we have an under 47.5 or whatever it is.
Yep.
Under 57.5.
I
Gonna have
forgot
to
I
get a
got one
pie
more.
chart for that one. Good
I
offense,
forgot.
good defense,
Yeah.
good defense, good
Good
offense.
plays good,
I got-
bad plays bad. I think defenses win both ways.
Pie chart.
I got one more.
Alright.
One more.
Yeah, I got
All right,
two
go
more.
ahead. Go ahead.
Can I get my
got
one
two
more?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Mississippi
go
State.
ahead. Go
Mississippi
ahead.
State
Everybody
plus
just-
7
Plus
against
7.5.
Texas.
I'm on that at Texas at home.
Yep.
Getting 7
Yep.
and a
I'm on
half.
the
like
under.
Texas
on the under.
offense stinks.
You're on the under?
Under 45.5.
I like
Put that on me
Utah.
too.
The under?
Good bet, Adam.
I like Utah to bounce back on the road, minus 13.5 at Colorado.
I'm on the over 49.5.
I already brought up Oregon. I already at Alabama.
I'm also
I
on
like
Oregon.
Tennessee minus 9.5 at Kentucky.
You can actually get it at 8.5, and I'm on that as well.
Okay. And then the final one I got, I love it because this line doesn't make sense. Kind of like the LSU line. This team is -2 of their starters on their offensive line. They're coming off a big loss on the road. Doesn't really make sense. Don't like the east to west travel for another team. Give me Washington covering 4.5 at home against Illinois. Illinois gets its third loss of the year. Officially done. We can stop hearing about Illinois from the 101 people like Kerry Davis, who are now arguing that Illinois actually has a lot better resume than Mizzou, even though Mizzou has 1 loss and Illinois has 2 because they lost to number 1 and 2 by 70 combined fucking points total.
I'm so lost.
Personal.
I'm just over it.
Don't let him. Yeah, I think that's
no, because it's not just Kerry Davis. It's not just 101, but it's like all these. It's like these Big Ten honks that are like, oh, Illinois has 2 losses and they have a they have a top 25 win, and Missouri and LSU and this blah blah blah, and it's like they lost by 70 to 2 teams. Shut up, they're done. Like they don't belong. They don't belong above Mizzou. They don't belong above Tennessee. They don't belong above LSU.
Maybe above LSU.
No, why? LSU beat Clemson on the road, at least at the time. But at the time, you didn't know that. You didn't know that at the time.
But we know it now.
And Illinois' big win is USC at home when they were ranked 25th.
Yeah.
Like,
hey,
you
that
can't
USC
lose by
Braves
50 on the road, and you
bunch.
can't lose by 30-something or whatever it was, 20-something at home to Ohio State, and still consider yourself a playoff team.
Yeah.
And then use we have injuries excuse. Doesn't matter. Mainly because you didn't let Mizzou do that last year when they didn't have Brady Cook.
People don't forget.
Yeah,
all right, the rest of my card.
Go ahead.
Oregon, also on Oregon, 30.5. Tyler, I think, brought up Minnesota. Love that pick. I'm on the actually Minnesota money line there. Georgia Tech, 17.5-point favorites. Miami on a bounce back. I know I fucking sucked that one
Good bet on the
last week,
Flames, dude.
Told you. 30.5, Miami covers. No.
Yeah.
Damn. Plus play, that would have been big.
Okay, so you said Minnesota, Miami, and who was in between there?
Minnesota money line, Georgia Tech,
Tech.
17.5, and Miami bounce back 30.5. That's my
you got
card.
anything else
Yeah, I'm set.
besides Mississippi State?
Nope. I'm good.
All right, that'll wrap this one up.
Oh, an OT.
Oh boy, heartbreaker.
She's the draw, man.
Heartbreaker, dream maker.
All right, let's
boys.
wrap this one up. See you guys next week. That ends episode 7, week 9 of college football. Hopefully, we have a good week. We're getting into the meat of it. Next week, maybe we start touching on who is our Heisman Trophy winner as of right now, because none of our bets are even close. Oh, I did forget to say, I officially lost a play from over/under win totals. Vanderbilt has 6. I had the under 5.5. That's dead, killed, finished.
About to have 7.
Yeah, fuck you,
All right,
Red
boys.
Dead Fred. See ya, boys.
See ya.
Welcome to the College Card Podcast, where Saturdays are sacred and bets are war. Saturdays coming, the lines are set. Cash that ticket, break a sweat. Ads are crashing, bands are loud. We're calling picks and we're damn proud. The College Card, we're betting hard. Spread 'em wide, let the dogs bark loud. The College Card, no holds barred. Ride that lock and hype the crowd. Underdogs, overplays, late night action, weekday blaze. SEC or Big Ten ball, we bet 'em all, baby, win or fall. The College Card, grab your card. We're rolling deep, tickets falling hard. The College Card, we set the bar for the fans who live for yards and scars. Maneuver down, but we're betting hard. Rub a little down like a garbage call. With College Card, let the dogs barn. The Hall and Dixon, work them proud. The College Card, we're betting hard. Spread 'em wide, let the dogs bark loud. The College Card, no holds barred. Ride that lock and hype the crowd. Underdogs, overplays, late night action. watching weekday blaze, SEC or Big Ten ball. We bet 'em all, baby, win or fall. The College Card, grab your card. We're rolling deep, taking slotted hard. The College Card, we set the bar for the fans who live for yards and scars. For the fans who live for yards and scars.